What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Boston Bruins salary cap hell they're in right now with Reilly Smith and Torey Krug, two key contributors, still unsigned as we are, less than a month away from camp opening up, right about a month. And it's not an ideal situation. I mean, let's call it what it is. You look at the Bruins right now, they're $500,000 over the cap. But they have not put Mark Savard on long-term injured reserve yet. That'll open up just a bit over $4 million. And I think again they're gonna get rid of Chris Kelly some way, shape, or form. So add those together, that's $7 million in cap room you can open up by the time camp opens up. Unfortunately, they can't. The two players have to sign a contract. I mean, you have to have them in camp somehow, some way. And there's still issues to be had, even if and when they do re-sign Krug and Reilly Smith. Who's going to play in the first line with Krejci and Lucic? I mean, we've seen over the years David Krejci does better when he has a power forward on his right, whether it's Nathan Horton or obviously last year Jerome McGinley. Eriksson gives you something a little bit different. Do you put him up there? Do you try to make a move? I mean, do you really do you look into moving key pieces, including roster players, to get a guy like Bobby Ryan? Which I don't think they'll do, but it's wishful thinking. But having said that, I mean, Lucic for Bobby Ryan, straight up, I'd do it. If I were the Bruins, Ottawa wouldn't do it, but I'd do it. Bobby Ryan's a better player, plain simple. I mean, Lucic's antics at times outweigh what he does on the ice, and the fact he's making $6 million a year for a guy that has won 30-goal season. Still not as bad as David Bowen's contract, though. But, in looking at Smith and Krug, Smith really broke out, had 20 goals for the Bruins. Was really the best player they got in the Tyler Seguin trade. And then Krug was at times, and by times I mean most times, one of the most electrifying defensemen in the NHL. And maybe I'm biased on that, but I mean, hell, the kid has it. He's really, just an amazing offensive defenseman. Does he have his faults defensively? Sure, but he gives you something they don't have otherwise on the back end, which is a dynamic presence that loves to shoot the puck, and just really does give you a little bit of everything. Is he a big guy? No. Is he going to be a great defensive defenseman? No. But does some pretty cool things out there with the puck. And I thought he stepped up big time in their Montreal series and was without question their best player in that Montreal series. He really looked like he belonged up there. I mean, the kid had 10 points in 12 playoff games. He's amazing offensively, and it's kind of like the issue. The quote about Phil Housley is that he was too much of a one-way player, but the argument was he's the one way we don't have, and that's the thing with Krug on the back, and then looking at Smith, 51 points last year. If you can find a way to open up that $7 million between Savard and Chris Kelly, divvy it up two ways, try to do something else, but there's still too many questions with this team. It's just unfortunate. It sucks with the salary cap. They really can't make the necessary moves to get themselves, the depth that they need to be a contender. Just to remain elite, I should say. I mean, are they going to be contender in the Eastern Conference? Yeah, they're probably the third or fourth best, second, third, fourth. I think Tampa right now is the best team, that's without question. And then, you got Pittsburgh, the Rangers, Montreal in that mix. So they're somewhere in that second rung. Good teams that aren't the Tampa Bay Lightning. But, we'll see what happens. This is going to be a situation to keep an eye on until camp opens up. Supposedly, Krug was offered a KHL contract. I'm sure he was. I just don't know how much he'd consider that. But hey, you never know. Anyway, now it's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Boston Bruins situation with Reilly Smith and Torey Krug. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.